Okay, today we're going to work with a size 6mm crochet hook and worsted weight yarn. I'm going to chain 18, 2, 4, 16, 18. The length that I have made this chain is how long these fingerless gloves are going to fit on my hand. So it doesn't matter how many stitches you make, anything will work. Okay, so now that we've cut our chain of 18, we're going to single crochet in the second stitch from the hook. And we're going to single crochet in each stitch across the chain. I'm just going to do that in every stitch across. Single crochet in every stitch across the chain. And single crochet in the last stitch. So this is how our work looks. So you have our chain 18, and then we've single crocheted in every stitch across the row. So now we're going to chain 1 and turn. These fingerless gloves are going to be made using the ribbing stitch. And to do the ribbing stitch, we're only going to work into the back part of the stitch. In crochet, when viewed from the top, each stitch has two sides, a front and a back. And for this pattern, we're going to work only in the back side of the stitch. So we're always going to skip this first stitch, and then we're going to work in the back side of the stitch. And we're going to single crochet in every stitch across the row, working only in the back side of the stitch. Just like that, in the back side of the stitch. And we're going to do this all the way across the row. And we've worked all the way across. So that's how it looks after we've worked across the row. So now we're going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to repeat that throughout this pattern. We're going to work in the back side of the stitch in each row. From now throughout the rest of this pattern is going to be every row single crochet in each stitch across the row, working in only the back side of the stitch. Alright. Okay, now at the end of the row. So I'm just going to go off camera, and I'm going to make a section like of this. Okay, so I have completed 8 rows, and this is how it looks, and it looks very similar to ribbing in knitting. So I'm just going to continue to finish the rectangle, and then I'll show you what we do with it. Okay, so now I've gone ahead and I've finished it, and the exact number of rows that I completed does not matter, because what you're going to do is work this piece until it is large enough to wrap around your hand like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring these two sides together, and I'm going to slip stitch to join this into a fingerless glove. So I'll just pull this first stitch through, and then I'm going to slip stitch to join these two sides. And after I do about 4 stitches, I'm going to leave an opening for my thumb. So now I'm going to leave an opening for my thumb. So to do that, I'm just going to slip stitch on only one side, just to leave an opening for the thumb. Okay, now I'm going to bring these two sides back together, matching my stitches, and I'm going to slip stitch all the way up to close up this fingerless glove. making sure that I keep my stitches lined up. Just like that. Okay, like that. So we've slip stitched all the way up, but we've left an opening here for the thumb. So now we're going to fasten off. Fasten off. And turn the fingerless glove right side out so that the slip stitch seam is on the inside. And then we can thread these yarn ends into a yarn needle and just weave them into the finished work. So here's how your fingerless glove will look when it's on. And so you can see that instead of chaining 18, if you wanted these gloves to be longer up the arm, or if you want to have a cuff that you can roll down, you just add more stitches. And the exact number of stitches, again, is not important. And you could make a little flower to put on here, or you could just put some buttons. And here we have a longer pair where I've chained 40 to make them longer.